punctually and some very early. These are all forms of early and punctual as well. Yeah, so that's something that we want to keep because it's a reflection of professionalism. Yesterday we started a little bit later because this venue may be unfamiliar for quite a number of you. So we allow for that. But today we're going to start on time because those who are punctual should not be punished by having to wait for the others. Yeah? Alright? So, because you're so punctual, you have an advantage by having a recap of what we did yesterday. Alright, with me. So, yesterday we did risk assessment and management in swimming, and we say it is important because what is linked to REM is linked to safety, isn't it? And we talk about this and what happened. Don't have to elaborate further, but just to highlight once more that one death is one too many. And that's why safety is first and foremost in our mind. Because all physical activities will be included, particularly so sports has got elements of risk in there. So as coaches we need to understand that and therefore mitigate. Yeah? And we use this word risk all the time, but sometimes not knowing exactly what it means fully, isn't it? And how do we define risk? Risk is defined as, without looking at your notes, see whether you can recall. It's okay if you get it wrong, then we'll just refresh again. So risk is defined as something that might be good or bad. What is that something?
Something of value. Gain or loss of something is value.
Alright.
Gain some loss.
Very good. Very good. Benar, come on. The potential to gain or lose something of value. Yeah? So we know that there is risk in swimming, but we know that potentially there is a lot to gain if the child is equipped, or anyone for that matter, doesn't have to be the child, equipped with swimming abilities, swimming competency, right, and swimming abilities and stroke and all that. Yeah, so that's why we are willing to accept that there is a possibility, there is some risk involved, but as good coaches, we know how to manage the risk and bring down that risk level, right? And the risk level will be one that is tolerable for us. Okay? I think you would have remembered the idea of tolerable, right? What is tolerable for you may be different from what is tolerable for you. So we need to find some common ground. So as a general rule, therefore, we use this to determine and be objective about our assessment. Yeah? So whatever it is that we're doing, whether it is assembling the group on the pool deck, or the steps of at the side of the pool, or the swimming itself in the water, we need to therefore assess, put this down, and then assess the hazards. So how do we define hazards? What do we understand by hazards? Hazards can be obstruction. Specific example? Table is an obstruction. Right? What other example of hazard? On swimming specific, we talked about a lot. Weather. Alright? So weather would be classified under? Very good. Environment. So what are the four things? Environment, people, equipment, process. Do we know what they are? Are we clear about what they are? P, E, E, P. You all clear? Okay, let's verify. Which one? Process. So what do you understand by process? Mitigate the problem, right? Not quite. So as a swimming coach, I want to establish rules and routines. For example, when my swimmers come to me, I want them to gather at this particular location. And I don't want them to be running. Right? So I set up all those rules and routines So that's my process for managing the group. So if I don't establish those process well, it becomes a risk that something may happen as a result of me not establishing those rules, because they don't know that they shouldn't be running. They don't know that they shouldn't be fooling around and push people in the pool and all that. So once we have those things in place, we call them the process. So we want to look at people meaning us, and who else constitute the people? The students, who else? Parents as well, right? Don't forget about them. Yeah, particularly the youngsters, they will come definitely with the parents. How do we manage them? Yeah? So that they don't become a hazard to us. Right? So that's the people. Then next one, what was it again? Equipment, right? Make sure equipment not faulty, serviceable, and so on. And then the other E, environment, and finally what we just clarified, process. Okay? So B and E. And I said to you already, once we come to assessment, when we do our full session, you go there, we let you walk around so that you can see what hazards there are, and then straight away you're supposed to do an individual filling up of the ramps, yeah? And then you submit to us to assess. So if you always think PEEP, you will never go wrong. You will definitely systematically think through what are the hazards. And once you have that, then what are the possible accident, illness, injury, so that becomes the risk. Right? So identify the hazard, then you know what the risks are. Right? Then once you have that, then you look at what's next. So the hazard is broken tiles. The risk would be cuts and laceration. Then the next thing to think about, severity. Very good. To what level of severity? Is it mild, or is it moderate, or is it high? Yeah. So once you know the severity, then we look at the fourth one, likelihood. Is it likely to happen? So the likelihood, we'll put it down after we have put in the control measure. So I see a loose tile, I put a cone on top of the loose tile, and that will reduce the likelihood. It will reduce even further. Sorry, before I say that. So I put a cone there. Is it still possible for someone to get a cut? So how can I reduce it further? Huh? But you can't fix it immediately, right? Unless you are a super handyman. Right? You got tiles in your bag and you can cover something. Yeah, I cover it with a cone. How can I brief the students? I just cover the broken tiles with a cone without telling the kids why I'm covering it. That reduces it a little bit only. But if I tell them why it is covered, because there's a broken tile there, don't go near there, don't remove the cone, then I'm reducing the likelihood of that injury even further down to a level that is acceptable for us. Then we can say, okay, I will continue, even though that broken tile is in the vicinity of where I'm operating, because the pool is full, everybody has got some places, but I know it's still safe because I've already covered it and I've told them that why I'm covering it. Yeah. Ken? Alright, so clear on that? Question? I think there was one question yesterday. Who do we put here as action officer? So the action officer is you as a coach. But if I'm operating in a bigger group and therefore I have 3 of us, then there must be one person identified as overall responsible for it. Yeah? Okay. And the next important point is this document is a live document. What do I mean when I say it's a live document? Why? Yeah. So it's a clear sunny day, then suddenly it rains. But you didn't really put that, you didn't anticipate that. So the action officer, the responsibility is on him or her to then now recognize, now it's raining. The environment changes now. What do I do? Do I continue because it's a light drizzle? And then I check my phone, okay, it's just weather forecasting, nothing, so this must be a passing cloud. Yeah? So you make those decisions, and this is linked to the next module, right? Teaching, coaching is a series of decision making. You make the decision. And we always want to err on the side of caution, and we don't want to take any risk that are too high. Right? Because there are implications and there are consequences of us taking the risk. Okay? Can everybody hear? So no questions mean everybody must ace the assessment when it comes to that. Yeah? Alright. Okay, then we move on to the second one, which is methods and strategies, and this is what we want for you guys to be able to achieve at the end of it. We only did a little bit and we can continue tonight. Yeah? So at the end of the module, you should be able to, number one, apply the factors that influence learning and coaching. 2, incorporate the 4 elements of learning into our training programs, whatever that training program may be. Develop and implement coaching delivery methods, and that's where the different styles come in. Apply constructive feedback in coaching, and I think yesterday somebody said constructive feedback, and then I think Carol questioned, what do you mean by constructive feedback? In my experience, novice coaches tend to give general feedback. So general feedback, give me examples of general feedback. Very good. Very good. Good job. So how does that contribute to improvement and on the part of the learner? Not very much. It's an acknowledgement of effort and pretty much nothing else. Doesn't contribute to them getting better at that skill, and swimming skill in particular. Yeah? So it has to be specific. And if it's corrective, then it's going to be corrective initial. Okay? We'll talk about it a lot more later on. And the last part here is design and deliver a single session plan. So that's the practical micro coaching that we will have a chance to practice here. And then the full assessment will be later on when we launch the full session of practical. Alright, Ken? So teaching and coaching, are they the same? So what do we know now? Are they the same? Same but different? Okay. So, yeah. So we think that there are a lot more similarities than there are differences. And we want to see ourselves as educators, because if you think about this question, what makes good teaching and coaching session, you'll find that the teaching and coaching come together very nicely. And that's what this is what we want to do. Yeah? Okay? So the 4 things that make good coaching session will be the prep, the delivery, implementation, feedback and assessment, and then management. What does the preparation entail? Right. Your session plan, which you will submit to us once we give you the topic. Right. So first and foremost must be the objective. What is it that you want the kids to learn? What is it that you want to teach? Right? In putting the objective, what are the considerations? What are the considerations? If I want to put a particular objective, I must consider the students that I have, and therefore what skill level, what experience, what else? Okay, don't say already. Too many things. What else? Peter, what do you think? The students is consideration. What else? In determining the session objective, I need to be thinking about the students and therefore skill level, experience, and so on. Second, age. Somebody say age. Alright, age can be a factor, and later on we will go through what age means and what are the considerations of different age groups. Yeah. What else? What else? Say again. Huh? Safety. Okay. So we think about safety when we're designing the objectives. Okay. What else?
Levels of competency in the sense that can they swim a little bit or can they not swim?
Yeah. So that's the first part, which is the students. Yeah.
Interactive.
Huh?
Interactive with the students. How well we interact. We have chance for them to practice.
Okay, so linked to that therefore will be the time that we have. Right? So if I have a lot of time with them, I can teach my lesson differently. I'll put different number of activities versus if I have a very short time. Right? So the time that I have determines what is it that I can try to achieve realistically at the end of that session. Right? So these are the things that contribute towards your consideration in crafting that session outcome. And that is all part of preparation, and that includes also the equipment and so on. Yeah. And then delivery implementation is the enactment of the planned lesson. If you have done your planning well, then as they say, right, if we fail to plan, then we plan to fail. Right? Proper planning prevents poor performance. P. Yeah, a lot of P's, okay? So that's why it's important for us to plan. Right? So when we plan well, then there are not likely to be many tweaks that we need to do to our training program because we've thought through many things. Yeah? And then of course feedback and assessment, as they're doing it, we are observing. Right? And when we're observing our students, observing our swimmers, what do we see? What do we see? Fred, what do we see when we're observing? We're teaching, we're coaching, and we're observing our students all the time. What do we see?
Results.
Huh?
Results.
What kind of result?
Behavior. Whenever we deliver, then we get back.
Okay, so their performance and their behavior, right? So, what about their performance and behavior? Okay, whether they're progressing or they're not progressing, whether they're performing to what you expect them to perform, based on your instruction, based on demonstration, or they are not. So every time we observe our swimmers, we are seeing something. So if it's a good performance, and according to your instructions and demonstration, what do we say? Okay, praise. If we say only praise, then it becomes just general positive feedback. Does it help in them getting better? But they're doing it correctly, right? So we want to go beyond encouragement because for all you know, this person does something and then you see and then you praise, well done, that was awesome. Then the boy or girl walk away, what did I do? I don't know what, but teacher said good. Right? Especially at the lower level, I mean at highest level, when you tell them good, your stroke is well executed, they know what you're talking about. But at the young age of the novice one, you must say that was really good. You did this, you kicked well, you had a good arm pull, you got a good follow through, those sort of things, very specific, so that it affirms and tell them, okay, I got that praise from coach because I did this. Yeah. Similarly, we either see something good or we see something that's not so good. When it's not so good, that's where we put in the correction, right? That specific and corrective feedback. Right? So you didn't manage to breathe properly because whatever. Yeah? You were slow because you didn't kick hard enough, so your body, your legs are dragging, so there's a lot of resistance, things like that. So very specific, so that they can improve. Yeah? So that's the feedback assessment part, and then the management comes in. And examples of management? People at the back. Kai say, is it?
Yeah.
Management includes
The discipline of the class.
okay, the discipline of the class, the grouping, and things like that. Alright, so it all comes together. And when you deliver your session, this is what we're looking at. And we'll give you whether you are not yet competent, NYC, C, competent, or D, excellent. Right? Minimally, you should be getting all C's. Questions? No? Then we talk about Mostyn, right? And what do you say about versus approach without looking at your notes? It's very particular about the versus approach, particularly at that time. Danny? Versus approach?
There is no dominating style.
Okay, every style is what? Okay, so you're jumping the slide to a few more ahead. What is the versus approach? Then you're about to say something.
There is no one-way approach. There are various ways you can approach with being reproductive and productive.
Okay, you and him, the two of you are very telepathy, yeah? You're thinking about the same thing. But the versus approach that Mostyn advocates is, he doesn't like the fact that it is, when we say versus, one is better than the other. Singapore versus Malaysia, which one is better? Right? It shouldn't be that way, but rather there is a place and time for one and the other. Yeah. So he is against the fact that people say direct instruction is the best, or indirect instruction is not the way to go. And you said earlier, before the session starts, about the predominant teaching style in Singapore. Correct? I was listening in. So what did you say? Command and practice. Agree? Would you agree that that's the dominant style in Singapore? Why is that so? When Mostyn defines 11 different teaching styles, why is the dominant teaching approach or style in Singapore command and practice?
The way we were brought up.
And that's only the guys go to NS. The ladies don't go to NS.
The education system really gives us that wrong. You just follow the same system over and over again. Right. Whatever the teacher teach you is you go through that.
Okay, very good. So we blame the education system. Alright. Okay, so that's the predominant. But what I'm challenging you now is, even at the lower level, you can still employ this other cluster here, which is known as what cluster? Production cluster. Why is it that we want them to be doing a production cluster? Why is it that we want to employ the production cluster? Why? Shena? Why do we want to think about and use the production cluster? The styles within the production cluster. Yeah, we let Shena answer first. What do you think, Shena?
It's more both ways.
Sorry?
It's more both ways.
It's more both ways. How so?
Like, it's not so much just me telling you what to do, but getting a response out of you, and then based on that,
Okay, and how is that important? And why is that? Anyone want to jump in? Vincent? I don't know, I saw your finger going up and down.
Take example for self-discovery
Yes.
is under the production. So when you ask them like, okay, we don't tell them track water, we ask them, how do you can stay afloat on the water? So we will not tell them what to do. We let them go and try out by themselves, self-discovery. They will have a better understanding and how do I say?
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to teach them how to tread water, yeah? So these are all the novice swimmers. Okay, come, swimmers over here. So this is the deep end of the diving pool, it's about 5 meters deep. Okay, everybody jump in and tread water and explore different ways to stay afloat. Is that okay? Huh? 5 meters only, right? Not 10 meters.
PC is no PC. It doesn't make experience before. Okay, the big.
Okay, so can I still use that approach? Can I still use that approach of exploratory? In what condition? What do I need to do? Control. They're all controlled here in front of me, 5 meters. Take turn one by one. Okay, so we're starting to think now. So we think about ways in which we can alter the activity so that we don't increase the risk. Yeah, so life jacket is one. What other possibilities? Huh? Very good. Put the shallow pool. Right? They can still explore different methods, but they know that if they cannot stay afloat, they can stand up. Yeah. So sometimes we are stuck in our minds that, oh, that's dangerous, these are novice, and then I don't explore the use of all these other styles. And then I slip back to the Singapore's most favorite teaching style, command style. Yeah? I tell you, you do. When I tell you, you do, if I'm not there, then what happens?
You don't anyhow.
They won't do anything, right? Because they don't know. Everything is you tell them. Because it's not here, then I don't know what to do because I've been told all the time. Right? So we want to move away from that. And what I subscribe to, I've been teaching and coaching for more than 20 years. And one of the things that I hold very strongly as a coach is the role of the coach is to make himself or herself redundant. What do you think it means? You wait. Your way.
Redundant means
The role of the coach is to make him or her redundant.
Unnecessary.
So even with the coach or around or not around, the students know what they should do and not do.
Alright, in order for them to be independent of me, and therefore I'm making myself redundant, they must understand not just what to do, but why. So if I've done the exploratory approach in treading water, when I'm not there, they know what to do because they understand about the hydrodynamics. They understand if they move they put their hands this way and all that, they will stay afloat, right? So we want to have that kind of teaching approach. Yes, command style is used every now and then, but where we can, where time permits, we want to do the exploratory so that they understand the why. Why are we doing this? How does it work? Then it will stay in their minds a lot better. Right? And for those of you who are quite young, you've been through the education system now, that's what MOE is moving towards, right? Teaching for understanding. Which makes some senior teachers uncomfortable because the students are questioning, why teacher, why you do this? And then the teachers don't know the answer. Because I tell you so. Right? So we need to be credible as a teacher, as a coach, we need to know why. And that's why you come here for the course, that's why we teach you about the, for example, hydrodynamics, so you understand the science behind why we do certain things, why we pull in a certain way, why we kick in a certain way. Yeah? Why is it that we glide, our body is not streamlined, that there's resistance and so on. So we need to teach them that so that we become redundant. Yeah? Eventually. Yeah? Yeah.
But initially when you start your lesson, right, it's very initial program. Basically, I would think it's like you are supposed to be like giving the command and practice on and off until when they reach to a certain stage where you as a coach find that your students are able to go up to the next stage. Then only you will follow the others with like learner initiative and all that.
No, it doesn't have to be that way. I can start with something with a brand new group, a novice group, but I know how to control the environment and the risk.
But if you're looking at age groups, let's
Yeah.
say you were teaching maybe from 3 to 5-year-old group students, you would normally have either the visual cues, you know, and the auditory, I mean the listening,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
and the demonstration kind of thing.
Okay.
Other than that, they would always be, you know, the attention is no longer at your normalcy or whatever. I mean, yeah. So somehow or other, to me, I think
Yeah.
it depends on the age group that you are teaching, especially the older boys. They would be able to see visually, understand what you are talking and listening, and also demonstration.
Yes. So later on when we get to the different age group and the peculiarities, then you can understand a little bit more. But my point is, don't be close to the fact that I should only teach command style for any new group that comes to me. Right? So be open to it, because there are some things that you can do an exploratory approach. And know that the exploratory approach comes under the production cluster, and you use then you start thinking about it, and the focus shifts to the learner, and that's where they will learn and learn through understanding, not because my coach tells me so.
Can I share something?
Sure.
So when you say production style, when you say exploration, expansion style, you actually can give them a few options to try it out.
Yeah.
Like when you say you give them option 1, option 2, you practice these 3 ways, then you feel for yourself. Then you go exploration. So you learn how you conduct it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Very good. So if there are options, what do we call that style? If you have read the notes.
Inclusion.
If there is no one fixed way of doing it, what do we call that style? Very good. Right, you've read the notes, all these intervals here. Divergent. Right? Okay. So let's timely now. It's timely now that we go through all of them. Command styles. What are the characteristics, or how do we describe command style? I say you do, I tell you do, I demo you do. Yeah. All right. So monkey see, monkey do. Command style. Practice style. Alright, I tell you and I do a demo, and then I give you time to practice. Then come back again, I share something. So it's not the command, the strictest way of doing command style is okay, one hand in front, I put one hand in front. Okay, pull, half, pull, half. So it's very robotic. Alright? We only put it in if really there is some high risk sort of things that you're doing. Yeah. So practice style, show them, demonstrate, and then they can practice. Third one, reciprocal. What does it mean, reciprocal? Somebody from the back. Lucas, reciprocal.
Other feedback.
Reciprocal.
Learn together.
You all do in pairs or what?
Alright, so you have a partner.
Learn work
Okay?
together.
So not only must it be doing in pairs, what are the other conditions? Because
Feedback is better.
there must be feedback, but feedback must be based on
Guideline.
the growth criteria, right? So it's not just feedback, because they got no clue what to look at, right? What to look out for. So it's got to be specific. So that's
Learn
reciprocal.
together.
Self check.
Together.
Very good. Cool.
Nice one.
You memorize the definition, huh? All right, what is it, Terry? Okay, so self check is I am able to look at it myself. So you have to be careful what you ask them to do that requires self check. For things that they cannot see, then they can't do self check. All right? Agree? So you ask them to okay, kick, and then watch your kicking style. Kick. Like that, then I can see how well I kick. Right? So then it's not appropriate. So then maybe a reciprocal style might be more appropriate. Let somebody look at you. Okay? Based on a set criteria. Okay? Inclusion style. Inclusion style. What do you think? Or what have you read? Inclusion style?
Involve their comments.
Yeah?
Involve the students' comments.
Involve the students. But any style I use also involve the students, right? So how is inclusive style different? What's so peculiar about it? Yeah?
Let the students decide.
Let the students decide what? Huh?
What they want to achieve.
What they want to achieve. So they challenge themselves. An example is often used in this inclusion style, the understanding of it, is called the slanting rope effect. Right? So the slanting rope is that if I have this rope and I ask everybody to jump, everybody has to jump the same height. But if I have the rope like that, then the stronger ones will go here, will challenge themselves to the higher end of the rope, and then the not so strong will jump this end of the rope. Right? So it's still a jumping activity. I'm still involving everybody, maximum participation, what Carol said yesterday, yeah? But there is that differentiation, there is that inclusion, because everybody can be involved. They just choose which level they are going to be at, or they want to challenge themselves at. So if I can jump over here very successfully, then okay, the next jump I come over here, then I go over, then I come over here. As I get better, then I jump over. But I miss. I don't quite clear this jump. I hit the rubber band or whatever. Then I move down, back down again. Practice this one a bit more. And as I get better, then I go to the higher one. So that's the meaning of inclusion. So it's not one size fits all kind of activity that I've designed. I design my activities such that there are variations to it, so that the better able ones have got progression, the not so good one has got regression. Alright, so I cater therefore to the mixed ability that we typically have. We at the lower, at the grassroots level, community level, youth level, beginners level, we're not likely to have a swimming group coming to you all with a certain high level of competency. Not like the national swimmers, yes, but not the beginners, yeah, which you guys will be dealing more with. Okay, so therefore we need to practice a lot of differentiation and inclusivity. Okay? Next one, guided discovery. Sheila, who's beside you? I can't see her name tag. Cover it up with her bag. Yeah. What do you think? Guided discovery, how do we define it? Guided discovery is in the family of discovery methods or discovery style. So what are the elements of discovery style? Yeah, let them explore, let them discover for themselves. Right? So guided will just be therefore, I get them explore, but it is and discover for themselves, but it's guided. So what does it mean? What must we do? When we say guided, come on. I'm putting people on the spot so that we can help you, yeah? So that you can clarify.
Step by step.
Guided.
Systematically.
What's the meaning of the word guide? Guided. Say again.
Systematically.
Assist them, yeah? So you assist them either through feedback, assist them either through also hand holding or holding the body and all that, yeah? Holding the body position. But I remember, and I think this was what Condry also mentioned yesterday, yeah? Swimming is one of those sports that where they possibly need to have some contact between you as a coach and also the swimmer. Especially when it comes to dealing with a swimmer of the opposite gender, then we have to be careful. Right? So what do we need to do? If we need to touch, to adjust the leg position, the arm position, ask permission. Alright? Ask permission first. You can demo, and then if they can do it, well and good.
Open give feedback.
Say again?
Open give feedback. Right?
Yeah, open give feedback. That's right. If you need to touch or hold, then ask for permission and then guide the student through. Right? So that's the guidance that we give. So that's guided discovery. Next one, also in the discovery family, convergent discovery. So I ask them to explore, right? I get them to experiment with different things, and then you're nodding because you know the answer. So convergent means?
There's a single solution to the problem.
There is a what?
Single solution to the problem.
There is a what, sorry?
Single solution.
There's a single solution. Is it real life? No. Convergent, yes.
Yeah, there's a single solution to the problem.
Agree? Single solution? Can there be multiple?
Multiple divergence.
But can there be multiple ways of doing that something? If I teach someone how to trap water, if they do a wrong technique, can they possibly stay afloat? Right? So there are different ways, but not efficient. I want them to be guided, therefore, to be doing the right technique. So if it zooms into just one technique, then we say it's convergent. if there are a few possible solutions and answers to it, let's say the front crawl in the pool versus in open water in the open sea, you need to adjust your arm pull and all that a little bit differently. So it is possible, right? It is a correct stroke. So then it becomes the next style, which is diversion. Okay. Then moving on to the next one is the learner design individual program or style. So you have given the student or the swimmer all the information that's required, then they can go and design their own program. This is what I want to do. Right? You start empowering them. Learner initiated is even one level higher, where the learner is initiating what he or she wants to learn from you. So they come to you and then ask for advice, how can I do this, how can I do that? Right? And then you provide that guidance. So very little coming from you as we shift to the right side of the spectrum. And then finally, self-teaching. I watch YouTube, I teach myself. Right? The teacher is the YouTube. Right? So self-teaching. Okay? Or I read books and then I teach myself how to swim. So these are the spectrum. Ken? Questions? Anybody here? Okay, if you are clear, we have 7 groups, right? So this is a secret planning session. I'm going to give you 1, 2 or 3 styles. So this group, later on we come together here. I will give you what is the teaching style I want you to use when you come up here and role play. So for those of you who attended the first session, when was that, September, you know that all of them didn't do so well as actors and actresses. So this time I see an improvement, okay? So you come up here, pick one person or two to be the swimming coach or the swimming teacher, then the rest to be the swimmers or the learners or the students, yeah? So you will craft and design session or just a 5-minute session based on the style that I've given you and the swimming skill. You determine what age group and what skill level. That one I give you the liberty. I'm only dictating the styles and the swimming skill that I want you to be teaching them, right? So when you discuss, you must not tell everybody else because only you will know what style. Later on, when you come up here and you role play the swimming teaching lesson, the rest of them must guess what style they use. Right? And also how well they did, whoever comes up here to be the coach or the teacher, how well they did based on the 4 things that we're looking at. Planning and preparation, enactment, feedback assessment, and management. So the 4 things, right? So this is your warm-up for your actual presentation. So make sure you do it properly. Ken? Questions? No? You guys group together, push this a little bit back and face the other side. You guys come closer this way. You guys face the wall with a semicircle there. Come closer with your Okay. And action.
Okay, so today we will be doing. I take one chair. I'll do demo for that. Okay, so today we will be doing treading water. Okay, so the first one you all can try doing is doing a alternate leg. Okay, just like how you do your breaststroke. Okay, you all do an alternate leg. Okay, the other way that you all can do, okay, is doing a 8-meter kick. Okay, so it's a alternate leg going in a circle. Okay, so now you all can try, okay, among yourself in threes. Okay, you all try to be upright, head above water, and then you all try within these 2 to see which one you all prefer. If you all are comfortable using the 8-meter kick, just use it. If you all are fine with the just alternate leg, okay, then you all just try. Okay, I give you all 1 minute, just try to do. So I'll go around the cell and ask them questions. So anyone okay? Oh, okay? Okay. So which one are you doing? Frog. Okay, you are doing a breaststroke. Oh, doing the 8 meter kick. Okay, come. 1 minute is up. Okay, come among your group. Okay, give feedback to your friends to see whether they have upright and above water. The head is above water, or they are still trying to struggle and keep their head up. Okay, come discuss among your group the three.
It's a bit heavy, so it's difficult to use myself on top.
So try to lean, don't lean backwards, okay? So that you'll be. Yeah, we can just lean slightly. Okay, can. Yeah.
No, yep. Enough for them to.
I think it's more than enough.
Okay. All right, put hands together for the first group. Always challenging, as you know, to be the first group, but yeah, not that they were brave enough, but I arrowed them onto the line. Yes.
Divergent.
Wait. Divergent, why? Okay, divergent, why?
Divergent because they can try many breaststroke, 8 meter, and I don't know what's the one I cannot remember.
Anyhow strokes you say?
Alternate.
Alternate. Then he asked them to practice, and he asked them to teach them.
They ask them to practice and then?
He asked them to give feedback, so that they got it.
Okay, all right. We will let them tell you what those styles are involved.
I think it's gather discovery.
You think it's gather discovery? Why?
Because you give an activity, everyone will experience themselves.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like guiding them to tread water using their own method.
Okay.
And then he start asking them what method.
Using their own method. Agree? Disagree? Using their own method.
He showed them before.
So you show them before already.
Yeah.
Is it exploratory? Is it discovery? Because I'm already prescribing 3 different ways. So that's not exploratory, right? I'm giving them options, their options, and then they practice. So it cannot be your guided discovery. Guided discovery, you don't even tell them any method at all. Yeah? Okay, other thoughts? Yeah, what do you think? Say it louder, please. Reciprocal and inclusion. Reciprocal because? Okay, so they were in trees, right? Yeah. They were in trees and providing feedback to each other. Right? Although I don't know how they can do it when they're all in the water. Right? And then second one?
Telling them to just, I will say intelligent because he's just asking them to do the kicks by themselves to see your video level. That's how I see it from here.
They're asking the kids to decide
On which kind of kicks.
which kind of kick or kicking pattern that they want you to do. Agree? What's the key thing with regards to inclusion? There must be options, but what about those options? The option must be the slanting rod effect. There must be level of difficulty. Did he say which one is easy and which one is harder and which one is hardest? So can we say it's inclusion? Okay, other thoughts? No? Anyone else? Okay. What were the styles assigned to you? Yeah, right.
So reciprocal because I asked them to give feedback using my criteria, which is upright and making sure that their their head is above the water. Then the next one is reciprocal. Actually, inclusion. So actually, the 8 meter one is more harder compared to the alternate leg. So yeah, that is for them to think that if they are better, then they will do the 8 meter.
Okay, so who picked up on the 2 criteria that he told them? What were the 2 criteria? Repeat for me again. No. Not the style, the two criteria that he just said.
Head above.
Head up and body upright, yeah? Okay, did you hear that?
Yes.
You heard it only now. Just now we didn't quite pick it up. Alright? So it must be clearly articulated in the reciprocal style because they have to observe each other. They need to know what are the two styles that you assign them to. Yeah? So maybe just articulate it a little bit clearer. And then the inclusion style, it must be told to them very clearly which one is easy, which one is more challenging, which one is the most challenging. Yeah? So it must show the progression so that they know which one is more difficult and then they try. Okay, challenge themselves. If you don't tell them the level of difficulty, they might struggle straight away doing the most difficult method. Yeah? Right. Okay, Ken? So the two styles again, what are they? Inclusion and reciprocal. So we need to be very clear about the styles, yeah? Okay, feedback for him, Eddie. Feedback for Eddie as a coach. What do you think are the good points? Loud and clear, very good. What else?
Demonstration is good.
Huh?
Demonstrate.
Demonstration is good? Yeah, it's from Safra. So when we say demonstration is good, a good demonstration must be what? There are two criteria for good demonstration. It must be.
Yes.
Yeah, the explanation is part of the demonstration.
Understandable.
That's part of being clear. It must be correct. It must be a positive demonstration, right? You don't do a negative demonstration and say, don't do like that, but do something else because you can't demonstrate it. So that's why there is a swimming competency because we want you to be confident and competent and credible, and therefore when you do the demonstration, it's a good demonstration. Positive and it's complete. Don't do halfway and then don't finish. You do the leg, don't show the arms, and ask them to imagine how the arms are supposed to be moving. Alright, so two criteria for good demonstration: it has to be positive and has to be complete. Okay, so was the demonstration good? It was positive, it was complete. Yeah. What else? What else? Your thoughts about how he taught? Was he enthusiastic? Did he excite and arouse the interest of the students? What do you think? You agree? Alright. You agree? Just say agree. He's waiting for the response. Alright. Okay, so it was nice, loud and clear, and he was encouraging as well. So it therefore gives a positive learning environment. So again, this is what we're going to see. This is what we want to see when you do your individual micro coaching. Right? What else? Anything that you can do a little bit better? No? He started off here, he did a demo, and then sometimes he immersed himself too much here. So when I'm here, who can I see? Who can I not see? The anyhow method girl who might drown as a result. Yeah, so your positioning is very important. You must position yourself such that you can see everybody. If you're not comfortable seeing so many people at the same time, then you have to decide, okay, this group do first and then group wait. So it depends on your tolerance level. If you're an expert or very experienced coach, you can handle all this doing at the same time, then by all means do so. But if you cannot, then don't take the risk. Okay, so be careful about your position, don't immerse yourself too much, you leave people out. Yeah? And with regards to the feedback, initially it was just general feedback, you realize? And then subsequently, he got a bit better and he was being very specific in his feedback and specific to the 2 points that he told them, which is body upright and head above the water. Alright, so that's what we want to see. Right, specific feedback. Okay? Any other thoughts? Peter, you want to say something? If he is giving specific feedback, we don't consider that as command style. Because those are coaching points or teaching points that you're telling them. Okay? Alright? Alright, but good question. Okay, put our hands for first group. Alright, now we go to that group. You wanna come up here? Do you need a chance to
About 5 to 6 years old.
About 5 to 6 years old, and ability?
They just learn how to swim, like kicking.
They just learn how to do the backstroke kick. Alright.
Okay, so
who's the coach?
The setup will be like the wall is like very angled. Okay, so this is the wall, then yeah, here. Yeah, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so oh yeah, and then also they just finished their warm up, so all of them have their back floats on now. Like yeah, and for the moment, okay? Then
Okay, before we start, right? All the points that we raised earlier for the first group, all the subsequent groups must always bear that in mind, yeah? So if you think he wasn't so enthusiastic, then you will be more enthusiastic than the first one. So we add up and build up, yeah?
Am I reorientate a bit? So because I can't stay. So the back float. So the wall, they are sitting here, then the wall is like here lah. Okay? And
okay.
Yeah. So okay, good. All of you all just now tried to swim with back float, right? How many of y'all think that it's easy? Me. You want to try without now?
Yes.
Okay, those who want to try without can take it off now. Yeah, okay. So can I have you all to all form one line over here for me? Okay, those with back floats in, those with back floats on can join in as well. Okay? So we'll go one by one so that you all will feel safe. Okay? How many of you all think that you all can swim until here? Me. Okay, come, you all can go first. Okay? So ready, the first one, and go. Very good. Okay, go to the wall. Next one, and go. Very good. Next one. Well done. What about the next one? Careful. Are you okay? Cannot float. Never mind, it's alright. Later we'll address it, okay? Over there first. So the next few want to try as well? It's alright, you all have your back float on. Okay, well done. Over. Careful. Okay, very good. And the last one? Yes, well done. Okay, so just now I realized that you are sinking, So do you all see that his butt is sinking just now? Yes? So why do you think he's sinking?
He never put up his tummy.
Yeah, so he didn't raise his tummy up, okay? So maybe that will help better. Do you want to try to swim back to the wall?
Yes.
Okay.
I try first?
Yes, you can go first now. Ready? And go. Yes, you see he's doing much better now. Next one. Want to go next? And go. Very good. Next. Okay, go next. 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 And next. Yeah, okay, well done. So, some of you I saw that you all have progressed better without your back floats. And some of you are still not confident, never mind, we can try it again during the next session. Okay?
Okay, coach.
Thank you.
How do we think they were using, or the coach was showing or using? What style? Okay, let's listen to the points here. What was it? Practice style and conversion. Practice because they practice many times. Conversion because conversion is in a family of discovery, reproduction, production cluster, right? So was there an exploration, a discovery prior to the conversion? Huh? What do you think? They were exploring. Were they exploring? Okay. So if they were exploring, then yes. If they've been told what to do, then it is not. Yeah. So we need to be clear on that. Yeah. Later on we'll find out what it is. Okay. What else? Any other thoughts or guesses? Practice.
Because there's many rounds of.
Yeah. Many rounds of performing that particular backstroke. Right. What else? Inclusion. Why? Yeah, they choose whether they want to use the float or not. What else? Guided discovery because
Let them try, then slowly guide them to feel how the body upright and like this stomach up and after that. So that it will be up.
Alright, okay. Any other guesses? How many styles do you think I give them? You say so many different styles, right? Practice, reciprocal, convergent, guided discovery. How many styles do you think I give them? 3? Possible to have 4? Maybe. Oh. Very sharp are you? Okay. Styles assigned to you?
Inclusion and guided discovery. So it was spot on what they said lah. The inclusion part is whereby I let them choose whether they want to have.
Be a bit louder.
The inclusion part is they chose whether they want to have their back float on or off, so they can set their own goals whether they want to try something which is more difficult. And the guided discovery will be whereby I let them, those who took it off, they can try it on their own, and then if they have issues, I let them question themselves into why do you think it is better, and then they can come out with feedback and then you can try it again.
Alright, so in the discovery family of styles, there's a lot of questioning because you want the students to understand why they're doing something or what's the effect when they're doing something. Alright, so then they can become independent. Okay, alright. So
sorry, can we just add? The inclusion part, yes, I think was shown because it gave them a choice. But I think the guided discovery part, I think like you mentioned, you needed a series of questions. But I'm not sure whether I remembered correctly. I think he told them you sank because you couldn't move because your butt was sinking. So he didn't question. Instead, he told them what was the error.
Actually, one of them, I asked the question. One of them, yeah, he gave me the answer to it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. It's good to clarify. So we know. Yeah. Comments about Chiang Kai as a teacher. What do you think? Positive points. What were some of the things that he did well? Do you think? Very caring, and encouraging. Clear in what he wants them to do. What else? What about how he managed them? Yeah. Okay. So all in a line, go one by one.
Everybody had a chance to see the error.
Very good. Yeah. Okay. What else? So in terms of organization, I thought was good. Positioning. Did he have everybody within his sight? Yeah. So that's good as well. Safety. Safe. One by one. There was one point where all three went at the same time. Correct? Yes, we have a float on. I'm not so concerned about the float. I'm concerned about what is this. What did he say this is? Wall. The wall. So 3 fellas who are not so strong because they have the float swim at the same time, going into the direction of the wall. What might possibly happen? Concussion. He's swimming very fast. But that's something we need to think about if that's the wall there. Because they might not, because they're novice swimmers, they might not be able to dip and look forward, so they might hit their head. Right? So that's something we need to think about, safety. Okay, what else? Questioning, what do you think of questioning? His questioning. What do you think of his questioning? Questioning technique. I thought it was good. He asked open-ended questions, and then he got responses from them, and then of course he guided them with the right kind of teaching cues or teaching points. Right? Feedback. What was the feedback like? What was the predominant feedback? General feedback. Alright, very good, very good. Okay, go there. Even those who are not performing, say very good. Right, so if they are very good, I say already, if you think it's a good performance, what must we say? Why it is good, right? So you reinforce therefore your teaching points and your teaching cues and the technique therefore, right? And if they're not performing it well, again, you can praise them for the effort, then you're going to give specifics, how to correct the technique, yeah? And then yesterday Carol talked about how, when and how many feedback you give, right? So if this is a new group, do you wait until everybody clears? Then you ask the whole group. You might want to give immediately as you see them come in, and then give the individual feedback. And then after that you can say as a group, these are the things that I noticed, or what do you think of this? So something for you to think about as well.
I just want to add, I think his guided discovery style could be further improved if there were a little bit more guided questions leading up to it. Yeah, so that's more of guided discovery. Like for us, and what we go is like, show me various ways of moving in water with your head up. Go. Is there any way that you can go faster? Then they practice again. So it's guided discovery. So, oh, he tried this way. Would you like to try and follow? So we lead up into that target. So we were actually talking about moving in water and how they want to go faster. So then they move. Then some of them move their hands this way as they're doing it. So we lead up, and that's how we go into guided discovery rather than just one question. So that's my understanding of guided discovery.
So that's ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is what I said earlier. If you're already giving them instructions on how it's supposed to be done, technically speaking, that's not guided discovery.
Sorry,
you want to explore, then you give input, and explore some more, then you give. Okay? Alright? Other points? If not, then can we put our hands together for this group? We're all turning here, this group, can you go next? Who's the coach? Ian, you're the coach, right? Ian, you're the coach, right? You must be the smartest swimming coach ever. Oh, sorry. Oh, Ian also, the other Ian. So, tell us what you're teaching and also profile of the group.
Okay, this is a learn to swim class. So the kids are about 4 to 6 years old. So they are all sitting on the ledge of the pool, and they have all mastered how to do the breaststroke kick with the keyboard. So we are actually moving on to the breaststroke arms. So they are all sitting on the ledge of the pool, all facing me.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is a curved pool, is it?
This is a straight pool, but I don't have yeah. So everybody will be facing me. So right now, okay, everybody, children. So look at me. I will demo one time for you. Okay. So imagine yourself to be scooping a very big tub of ice cream. Okay. And then this is the first point. The second point, I want you to bring all the ice cream to your mouth. Okay. And then the third point, I want you to recover, which means to steer straight. Okay, so I'll do one more time. Number one, scoop the very big tub of ice cream. Okay? Yes. Number two, bring the ice cream to your mouth. Okay? Third, steer straight. Okay, so everybody, I want you to do 10 times by yourself. Go. Yeah. Okay, yes. I love the way you are scooping the ice cream, but can you do it bigger? Can you scoop a bigger scoop of ice cream? Yes. Okay, John. I love the way you are feeding yourself the ice cream, but can you bring the ice cream to your mouth. Okay. So the second style.
Hey, don't have to tell them second style.
Okay. Second one. So they are still all sitting on the ledge. None of them is inside the pool. They are just doing the dry practice, sitting on the ledge. So, okay, right now, the same thing. I want you to check on your own movement. Okay, the first thing I want you to check is when you scoop the ice cream, I want you to make sure that your hands end around where your mouth is. Okay, this is the first thing that I want you to check on your own. The second thing that I want you to check is that you are steering straight. Okay, so can you all do again 5 more times? Okay, well done, children. That's the end of the lesson.
Styles?
Self-check.
Why self-check?
One arm straight, one is the mouth.
If that one was not a dead giveaway, then I don't know what to think. So self-check because they are all individually checking, right? And they've chosen something where you can actually see. Remember what I said? You asked them to check kicking, it's how to see my legs. Alright, so pick the right thing to be teaching. So self-check and what? What did you say? Command style. Why command? Asking them to do step by step. So that's why it's command style. Alright. Any other styles you think? Practice. They scoop many times. I was also getting hungry here. Punishing us, no, we all haven't had dinner. Alright. So you think it's practice also in there? Any others? No? Styles assigned to your group?
Practice and self-check.
Practice and self-check. Alright. So self-check we know, practice, yeah, there's quite a bit of practice. We can't seem to be running away from practice. We need practice for them to get better, isn't it? Alright. Feedback? Ian and his teaching?
Good use of keywords.
Good use of keywords. Ice cream, put in the mouth. Alright, and then what was it?
Steer through. Steer through.
Steer through. Alright. Okay, so good use of the words, and kids can relate to it very, very easily, and probably they get excited. The only thing is the way he said it, not so exciting. Yeah. So the enthusiasm maybe could have been better. What do you think? You're a bit nervous. You look like a cool guy, but I'm not nervous. So kids, imagine there's ice cream, okay? Then put in your mouth. I love the way you do it. I love the way you do it. The tone doesn't match, you know? Right? So you want to tell, okay, today we're going to have a very exciting class. All of you will have lots of fun. But the tone doesn't match. So very good use of words, but the tone needs to be more excited. Okay? Alright, what else? You notice?
He gave personalized attention to his students. That was very good. Yeah.
Personalized attention.
So
She
his
wasn't
feedback
eating
was-
ice cream, so put the hand in the mouth. Alright, what else?
Because the checklist of things to go to check, self-check.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. So very clear, very clear in that checklist. Anything else? Management of the group, positioning.
Everyone can be seen.
Yeah, everyone can be seen in that curve pool that he had. Anything else? No? Alright, put your hands together for the group. Good. Same thing, who is the coach or the teacher, and then age group profile. Some perfectionists, everybody will be standing at certain angle.
What we're going to teach is
They cannot hear lah. Can hear lah?
Cannot hear.
Speak louder.
we're going to teach, the age group is 5 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they are going to use the shadow book. And the only place we are going to use is the wall of the book. So I'm going to teach them how to blow their bubbles. Front call bubbles.
Front call bubbles.
Breathing.
Okay.
Nervous.
No worries. Okay. And action.
Okay. Class today is a very most important lesson. So you all must listen very carefully. So I will tell you all what to do first, then you all will try it out afterwards. And so this is the wall. You hold to the wall, and then hold to the wall. Okay, you place your head down, looking down. Okay, you blow your bubbles, and then you put the other hand on the back and your hip. So you roll towards your which side? Right side, Hey, roll to your left, and so you count 1 second, 2 seconds, then you look back down and you blow your bubble. Make sure when you roll, your shoulder is facing up the sky. Okay, very good. Hello gentlemen, can you?
Still a boy.
Still a boy. Okay. Right,
How about
yeah. Okay, yes.
Stop. All right, put hands together. Okay. All right. Style. What style do you think? Command. Why? Very instructional. Very instructional. Step by step. Everyone follow. Okay, everyone follow the same sequence. Okay, what else? Sorry. So that's what you think is command style. Any other style? Any other style? Is it possible that I only gave them one style?
Yes.
You heard someone say something? I didn't hear. Who said something? Huh? Practice? Practice style. So he gave the command and they practice. Alright. What else? That's it? No third or fourth style? Alright, so which styles were you assigned to? Command and practice style, right? Very good. Quite straightforward. So can't possibly be getting it wrong. Okay, feedback on Chen Wei as a coach and a teacher just now. Sorry? Quite soft. You cannot hear that. Never project his voice. Can project louder now? So we need to be able to project our voice loudly because particularly as coaches, yeah, we are not the only users of the pool or any facility for that matter, so you need to be able to raise your voice, especially in times of emergency, then the student must be able to hear you, alright? Okay, so these are some things that you guys need to go and practice at home. Look at the mirror and then just talk very loudly. Okay, what else? Lack of confidence. Okay, some of us are being up here for the first time, so a little bit nervous. So you need to get over it. Alright, so how do we practice? Practice in front of mirror. There's nobody, it's just you.
Everybody can be narcissist.
Alright, you got brothers and sisters? Don't have? You got parents, right? Yeah. See if you can find opportunities to practice. In front of a dog. Joey, how many dogs do you have at home? 3 dogs? 4 dogs at home. Alright. So practice, today practice fun, 4 dogs. Alright, what else? Male. Okay, so it doesn't have dogs.
Can I add the quality of instruction? Because it's command, right? So you don't want to confuse your students, so it has to be very clear and precise. For example, just now when he was mentioning about stretching one arm forward, he didn't mention it's right or left. And then when he talked about the turning of the head, and then he asked, which side? Alright, so if they are younger children, they might get confused.
Yeah.
So having very clear and precise instruction. Yesterday, we mentioned about the consistency, right, of the cues and the terminology. So I think that would be very helpful.
And I think we saw it very clearly. They were all confused, right? Which arm to put up first, right? But I must say this is a very special group of students. I think they're like related to Aquaman, because even when they're in the water, they can hear what Chengmei is saying. So there's no way that's going to happen, right? So what could he therefore have done differently? Realistically, you can't be telling them instruction when they hit in the water. Then how long can they hold the head in the water? So what could they have done first? Yeah. So although it's a command style, but yeah, you can demonstrate first, and then they go and do it step by step. You can demonstrate a step, step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, show me step 1, step 2. Right? So you can do that. And if your voice is so gentle, right, once they have their head in the water, they might not be able to hear you. Okay? Right? So good point. What else? Instructions could have been clearer, positioning, tone of voice. I thought maybe could have varied a little bit more, yeah, to make it a bit more interesting and exciting. Can? Alright? But I really applaud those fellas who are nervous, who are not so confident, come up here and be the teacher, right? Because that's the chance that you have. We don't have many opportunities to do this, so I applaud you guys for stepping up to do this, okay? So put our hands together for So we got a lot of seniors here.
Today
so our expectation go up already, yeah?
Okay, our lesson is all senior, adult and senior. Okay, they are all a bit beginner, so we do it at the 1 meter pool, the training pool. Okay, I'm going to start. Okay, ready? Okay, remember we already did our glide, right? So you all are very good at glide. Now, let's try to move from 1 point to here, towards me, with alternate arm. Glide and into alternate arm. Okay, let's try first. Come, let's go. Okay, and relax. Okay, let me change position. Turn around. Terry, I love the arm that you have to pull very big. Is it by using a lot of energy? Yes. But you move very fast, right? That's good. Shan! Wow, your one super. You're so fast. Right? But do you use it from far away? Do you use a lot of strength?
A little bit.
Joseph, I love the way you so relaxingly move. Right now, relax. Let's try again. One more time using your own method. Move forward. Come, let's go. Awesome. Well done, everyone. Let's try again one more time. Okay, this time, let's copy Joseph's style. Okay, you have a very long arm, so you really stretch out. Let's all try to position. Ready? And go. Okay. Okay, let's now try Terry start. Okay. Ready? And go. Okay, let's relax a while. Tired, right? Okay. You see? Actually, all of you sound wrong. Everyone is the competition star, the sprinter star. Also have the distance star. Right? So we can use both.
Okay, put our hands together. What styles? Why guided? Why guided? Try our own style, so therefore it implies exploratory, right? Okay. Sorry, somebody said divergent. Divergent, why?
He said we can use both styles. The one he just said, fast and relax.
So he has identified two possible unfolds, right?
Solutions.
Yeah, so there are two possible solutions, so that's why we think divergent. Anything else? Practice. Alright,
go up and down a few times.
Yeah, go up and down a few times. What else?
And he give maybe feedback as well. He give feedback to you. And then how well you teach.
Yeah.
After each time you question and practice. You say that your arms are not straight. Then you sit more.
But he was leaning or trying to get them to think through and then therefore get to those two solutions. Alright, the feedback director. Okay, what else? Okay, styles given? Divergent and practice. Very good, spot on. Those who didn't get it right must read more than those. Okay, feedback on his coaching, which is coaching. Too many at one time? Why? Okay, so we throw the question back at him. In a real setting where you have space, would you still do this? No, with that kind of spacing in between?
I will spread out.
How much is a bit?
Maybe 100. 100 space. Okay.
So Matty, go down. Yeah, because they like space, so we need to clarify with him. In a real setting, how far apart? So we say about 1 arm length will be okay.
But also because he say, oh, let's follow Joseph's style, but they themselves cannot see what he has done.
Good point. So what could he have done differently? Yeah, so if he's asking everybody to follow Joseph, then get Joseph to do one demo first whilst the rest are not swimming. Then they can see and then they will then try. Then the second one will Terry. Alright, then you want to try Terry's style, get Terry to demo, and everybody watches. Then they will sorry? You saw the word demo? But there wasn't any demo. All three. Other comments, thoughts? Boys, what do you think? Boys was good and clear. Was he very loving? You follow that group there? Yes. A lot of love. What else? Positioning? Switch position. Yeah, but coming back to your point, Matty, your point is this, would you want all of them to be swimming at the same time? So it depends on your tolerance level. So again, we are on the side of caution. If you think you cannot manage all of them going at the same time, then don't do it. But if it's a shallow pool, you think you can manage them, that's fine. Make sure you're in a position to help them if anything were to happen.
Even if you ask them to go at the same time, it's very difficult for you to give feedback after that because you cannot see all of them and then note what their strengths and their weaknesses are. Yeah, so even I mean, if we put safety aside, I think for the coach to be able to give more constructive feedback, yeah, I think maybe a smaller group size for your own sake.
So, very good point. You see, based on your superpowers, right? How many people can you see at one go? 3, 4, or 5. So at least you know your superpowers limitation. So only put 4. So again, this varies from person to person. If you think you cannot see all at one go, then you decide one numbers. Alright? Okay? Other thoughts? No, put hands together for this group. Yeah. So same thing, profile.
Okay, hi, good evening everyone. I'm Yasmin. So my group will be doing on butterfly stroke, and they can already swim the freestyle breaststroke and backstroke, and they are aged 8 to 8 plus.
Repeat again, they are able to swim.
Freestyle, backstroke and breaststroke.
Terminologies, freestyle.
Yeah, sorry. Front crawl, breaststroke and backstroke. Today is the first lesson of butterfly. So good afternoon children. Okay, remember the strokes that we learned before?
Breaststroke.
Yes, very good. So what are these strokes? So what are the things that you learn in these strokes? Flutter kick for which stroke? Front crawl. Breaststroke kick for survival back. Breaststroke and one more. The one you're lying down. Backstroke. What's the? Yes. Okay. So there are many different ways. You told me the different ways you can get from one point to another point. So one example is it was flutter kick, breaststroke kick, backstroke kick. So today I will show you a new way to get from this side of the pool to this side of the pool. And this is called the dolphin kick. So how do you do a dolphin kick? I will demonstrate once. When I go into the water, you open your head to the water. Okay? Okay, put your goggles. Ready? Okay, when I go in, you go in. When I come out, you will come out. Okay? Ready? Go! Okay. Okay, now tell me what do you see? Who needs to see one more time? Okay, everybody put on goggles. Ready? Go! Okay, tell me what do you see? What do you see? I look like a fish. My legs were together, very good.
I see you.
Yes. I'm moving like that. Looks like mermaid. What else? Look like a dolphin. Anybody else? Look like a worm. Yes. Okay, so you say you saw my legs are together. You say I look like moving like that. Okay, now it's your turn to try. Okay, because you don't have a lot of space, so can I split you? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3 will go first. When the 3 of them come back, the rest will go. Okay, ready? Ready, you go there. I'll stand at the side, okay? You go there, all together. Stand up first, put your head above the water, then come back. Okay? You will wait until they come back there. Okay, ready? And go. Okay, ready? Okay, your turn. Ready? Come to. Ready? Go. And back. Okay, yours was very good. Okay, I can see the movement, but if you could tuck in your hand a little bit more. Yes, that would be better. Okay, yours was good also, but there was no bubbles. Okay, so there's no bubbles along the way. Okay, try not to set your legs. Don't so loud. Okay, and the rest you can just continue practicing what you do just now. Can we try for the second round? Okay, ready? 1, 2, and 3. Ready? Go. Yes. And come. Okay, you all can rest first. And go. Okay, for you can tuck in your hand a bit more. Okay, ready, go. And that's all for today. Thank you.
Okay, just again the wall. Staffs, what do we think? It's very good, huh? Can never go wrong with practice. Alright, practice because they practice. Other staffs? Why? Ian, why?
A lot of questions and feedback, and identifying different areas of areas to improve on.
Guided discovery is when you don't give any instructions, right? You get them to explore first. Did they come up with a kicking style or she showed? So technically that doesn't become a discovery. Right? But I know where you're coming from. More like command. More like command? Alright. Yes? Conversion, why?
The answer, but you want the swimmers to try their way to reach the final answer. The solution was really given at the start. But you didn't teach the students how to exactly get to the solution. So the student has to practice to try, and at the same time she gives feedback. That's what I think.
What do you think? Let's have a quick discussion. Did she not do a demonstration? So if it's a demonstration,
that's the solution.
Yeah.
She seems to be asking questions
Right,
to apply their thinking, to let them do some thinking, because she didn't give the answer. She asked a question and then they do answer.
Okay, so technically speaking, the discovery family of styles, there shouldn't be any modeling or there shouldn't be any specific instruction. Just get them to explore. Then you guide by giving a little bit of input, ask questions, then they arrive at a conclusion or a solution. Alright. Other thoughts? Yes.
For the conversion style, right? Because since she's doing the butterfly kick, right? Maybe just ask them like, how does a dolphin or a worm move, and ask them to explore on their own before she finally gets them to realize that streamline position or movement is the correct one. So that's some form of diversion, right?
Are you asking me a question? In terms of
I don't know, it was a statement question.
Yeah. So let's go on what Carol said. If she had done that, would it therefore be a discovery family? Where she says, okay, what are the different ways that some animals move in the water? So you say dolphin or that word, and then you try it out. Yes, that will be discovery. Right? You haven't really demo. You don't know what is their understanding of how a dolphin kick and how a worm moves. So it's still exploratory. You get where I'm coming from? So they are experimenting. You didn't really show a demonstration where actually you're just wanting the one way that you want them to be doing. If I'm a good student, then I will do exactly what she did and then I get it right. So there's no exploratory, right? Yeah?
No voice.
Learner initiated style. What do you think? If you were to go with Carol's example, is it? So learner initiated style?
Because that's how you taught us what they learn. What they learn. So the dolphin kick actually is similar to flutter kick. So it based on this. The option is like the learner is familiar with the styles and they can choose. So,
Okay, so you're saying what style again? Learner design? What do you think? What do we think? So if it's learner design, the way it should be understood is you have given them information and knowledge of a variety of things, and then they decide what is it that they want to do. So this a little bit close to that, but not quite, because they don't quite know everything, and then yeah, so it's got some characteristic, but that's not quite what it is. Okay. Other thoughts? Styles assigned to you guys?
Actually, they were right. It's conversion and practice.
Conversion and practice. But was it conversion? Yeah, so the discovery part is something that sometimes we get confused. But once you give the solution, once you give the demo and you're modeling it, then you're taking away the authority. But if you go by what Carol has said, yes, then it becomes a conversion. Alright? Ken? Comments on the teaching?
Very good.
Well, it's very good. See, you're all giving general. Talk about specific feedback. Exciting. Exciting? Alright. Because they got good extras, you know. Or sound effect, oh. Yeah. The teacher's name also got everybody do the sound effect. Yeah, alright. So it was positive learning environment. High energy level, very good. What else? Voice? Good voice, interactive, use of imagery and all that, right? Dolphin and so on. Good questioning. What else? Very organized. Yeah? Very specific in the instruction. You all there, 1, 2, 3, you guys go, you 1, 2, 3, 4, stay. Wait until they come back. So very specific. So management, she will score very well. Yeah? Very good at the organization and management part. Yeah? What else? What else? Instructions were clear. What about the feedback? Immediate feedback, but what else about the feedback? Specific or general? Specific, right? Do your hands this way, kick this way. So very specific about her feedback, right? So that's what we want to see. Okay. Anything she could have done? Anything else? Anything, guys? Jean, Carol? Anything she could have done better? Give you a clue, assuming they were there just now, right? So assuming, so I'm her. Right, so watch me, yeah? So when I go down, you also go down, right? Okay, ready? Where's my legs?
Pointing this way.
Okay, then after that she reach here. Then she say, watch again. Where's my legs? Right? So they are very good students. Even though the teacher swim this way and this way, they can see how the leg moves. So we cannot assume all our students are good. So our direction, the demo should be here. Everybody and down. Then I swim. Then you can see my leg movement because I'm seeing a side view. Alright. If you're swimming towards me, I can't see your legs. Agree? So your positioning, the direction of the demo is something you also need to be thinking about. Okay? If you want to do a demo here one time, then I can see my legs. And then now I'm going to show you this way, right? And do the demo. So they can see two different directions. Same thing with arm pull, right? You need to show sometimes multiple angles so that the kids really understand and can see what is it that you are trying to show them. That's what the demo. Okay? Yeah? Put our hands together. This is the kind of performance, teaching, coaching performance that we want to see. Alright, thank you very much. Right?
Thank you, bro.
You are staying there or you're coming here?
Yeah.
Okay. So who's the coach and give us your profile?
My name is Yuan Xiao. They know how to float, they can put their head in the water, they know how to kick. front floor, we are starting on breaststroke kick, and today we're working on hand. Yeah. Okay, good evening everyone. Good evening. Okay, does everyone has your noodles with you?
Yes.
Okay, hold on to your noodle.
Okay, this one.
Okay, everyone hold on to your noodle. Make sure you put all of the other toys away, please.
Okay, no problem.
Because we're gonna move around.
Okay.
Okay. Everyone know how to float, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, anyone forgot how to float? No? Okay, good. Okay, we're gonna float with your noodle first. Okay, I just want you to put your hand in front and just put your head down and just float. Okay, ready? Breathe and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. Is anyone asleep?
No.
Okay. Okay, we don't need to blow bubble, but if you want, it's also okay. Okay, everyone can float, right? You remember how to float? Okay, good. So last week we did a breaststroke kick. You still remember your breaststroke kick?
Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to do your kick today. Okay? If you want to swim, you use your legs or your hands. So if you don't, we're not going to kick today. You can put your hand down. Then what else can we use to swim? The head. What else can we use to swim? Hand. Okay, so now everyone from one row, we're going to swim towards the wall without kicking. Okay, ready? And we're going to try it. Let's go. Okay, and start. Okay, who can move? Okay, good. Who cannot move? Oh, how come? Okay, so now we're going to try again. Okay, those who can move, how are you pulling the water?
I pull like that.
Pull like that.
Yeah,
Those who
pull
cannot move, how are you
backwards.
pulling the water? Like that. Okay, now I want everyone to try to pull down like a jellyfish. Are you moving? You're moving where? Up and down. Okay, if you want to swim there, how are we supposed to? Do we move up and down? No. Will we move? No. Okay. Then now I want you to try to pull like that. Very good. Okay, and stop. Do you move? Yes. Okay, so do you pull up and down? No. Or put to the back? Back. Okay, very good. Okay. So you just now, how are we pulling? One hand or two hands? One hand. Okay, we're gonna try one more time. Okay, good job. Okay, is everyone able to move now? Okay, where do you put your hand towards to? Back. Back. Where? Your leg? Your toes? Or down? To the noodle. Or towards the back. Okay, we're gonna turn around. And we're gonna swim back to the wall. Same thing, one hand put towards the back. Ready? And go. Okay, and stop. Okay, very good. Good job, everyone. Okay, turn around. Okay, we can move one hand. Are we able to move two hands? Yes. Okay, if you move two hands, okay, do you pull down or do you pull to the back? The back. Okay, now we try with two hands. Okay, good job. Okay, did everyone move? Well done. Do you need to move your legs? No. Okay, did you all pull big or small? Small. Who do big? Can you still move? Yes. Okay, then those who did big, I want you to try small. Those who did small, I want you to try big. Okay, let's go. Okay, good job. Okay, what does this look like? Or row your boat, right? You all know the song? Row your boat. Okay, good. Now you're a very small boat, I want you to roll back. Turn around and roll back. Go back. I preach it. Okay, good job everyone. So do you need your legs to move? Okay, and then are you able to move with two hands together, rowing? Yes. Okay, good job. Okay, big and small both also can move? Okay, very good. Now we're going to split into two groups. 1, 2 rows.
Okay.
Okay, 2 rows. Then you go watch your friend to practice. What's the 2 things very important? The leg needs to be straight. The leg needs to be straight. Okay, not straight at the front because you are swinging, so it needs to be straight at the back. And then how are we going to move our hands? 2 hands rowing towards the down or back? Back. Okay, what's the 2 things we need to remember? Leg straight. Front or back? Back. Hands roll where? Roll back. Good. Okay, so you got 2 rows. One gonna roll, the rest gonna see and watch your friend. Okay, you're gonna roll. You're gonna roll. Then let go. Roll there, roll there, roll there. No, 2 of you need to watch. Wait. Are they rowing with their legs straight? They're rolling with 2 hands. Okay, let's start. Man. Okay, next one.
Next better player.
Next one. Next better player. Letting go. Roll. Okay, Chong, you can roll there. Matt, now you need to watch your friend. Is she rolling in 2 hands?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Good job, high five. Well done.
Thank you, teacher.
Roll to your friend. That's your That's your partner. Is she rolling in 2 hands? Okay, good job. Yeah, everyone practice finish. Alright. Okay, thank you very much. Give yourself a applause.
Alright, thank you for that. Staff, guys. Huh? A lot of practice. Yeah.
Again, guided discovery.
Guided discovery. Because?
He set a series of questions, and then he kept asking whether is it right, and then he get rank from there.
So he didn't quite show from the start, alright? Got them to try different ways.
Like he said, roll.
And then questioning.
And whether you can move or you cannot move.
Yeah.
Whether the big and small.
Okay. Alright. Other styles, you think? Any other styles? Reciprocal because
they are learning like from one another, they watch each other do it.
So they had small groups where one person execute it or perform it and then the others watch. Okay. Anything else? Divergent. Because?
You ask one group from small circle to big circle to big circle to small circle. You ask them switch.
So label the.
Those doing the big
But
you only want them to follow.
so are you suggesting that therefore he has 2 possible solutions, big and small? Okay. You think that way, yeah. Anything else? Styles given to you?
Reciprocal and guided discovery.
Reciprocal and guided discovery. Can you see the rationale? Reciprocal was quite obvious. Guided discovery, yeah, they were doing exploratory and then they guide through. So that guided eventually can come to solution and then become guided discovery, then eventually convergent or divergent if there are multiple answers. So technically you're also not wrong there. Yeah. Alright, okay. Feedback for the coach or the teacher?
I thought he had a good attempt at asking questions. I think this is what guided discovery should be about, like asking lots of questions. And the way he asked it was somewhat sequential, so I think it was good. Another point, I think they need to think about the use of noodles. Okay, so just now, I think even the participant, the learners brought up, it's like, how do I pull back, because I have the noodle under my armpit, of course I take this way. How do I pull back? There is already, a barrier for me to move my arm back. Okay, so I think you need to think the kind of equipment that you can use that doesn't go against what you're trying to get them to achieve, your lesson objective. Okay?
Yeah, very good point. Other thoughts? Voice? Clear? Tone of voice? Engaging? Compared to Dolphin Girl? I forgot your name, sorry, Dolphin. Tone of voice can be better. I think can be better. It's quite chill, quite cool. The tone, but pretty much the same. So maybe you want to vary a little bit to make it a bit more engaging. Positioning. Okay. We could see everybody. You disagree? Why?
It's behind him.
Yeah, at some point there's some people behind, so you just need to be careful. You need to be able to see everybody at all times. Yeah. All right. Questioning, as Carol said, lots of questioning and trying to draw the information from them. Yeah. Okay. So as you can see, the discovery method or discovery styles will need a lot more time, or a bit more time. Yeah. And sometimes when we don't have the time, we tend to slip back to the hand style. But don't make that your default style. That's what we're telling you, right? You know the advantages and the benefits of the different styles. Make use of them when you do have the time, the space, and the equipment to be able to do that. Because you will stick in their head. Because they've tried different ways, they've experimented, they failed, they were not successful, then they were successful doing the good thing or the correct technique, then they will remember it. Yeah? Okay, not because you tell them, but because they've tried the different method and they know what works and what doesn't. Alright, everybody clear? Okay, put our hands together for this group. Alright, we've taken quite a lot of time to do this, and I think it's important because it gives us greater clarity on the different styles, because these are the ones that you're going to be picking, choosing for your assessment, right? But we still got a bit more to cover, and I'm going to ask for your understanding that because we're such a huge group, we're going to stretch a little bit. So I need another half an hour to finish it off. So we'll finish at 9:45. Quick toilet break, come back here, and then I go on to the last part, yeah? Who knows, number one, your learners very well. The age group, the ability, and all that, the confidence level. So you know them well, and therefore you pick based on who to be coached, and then you decide what style to be used for most effective learning. Okay? So the learning styles that your students operate in and what therefore you consider includes the environment, the emotional support, social composition, physiological and the psychological elements, right? So these are all that contribute towards the styles of learning, right? So what is the environment that you provide? What kind of emotional support? Some of you are very encouraging. You use the word love many times. Ian used the word love many times. So that's how you can provide the emotional support. If the person doesn't have any confidence or got very low confidence or is afraid of water, afraid of putting the head underwater, then you need to provide that scaffold, make it a lot more conducive and positive for that person to try and to learn, right? Don't just take the head and then put it in the water, right? So you know that's going to be not going to be supportive, right? And then the psychological. So this one affects each other. Yeah. Social composition. There should be, if it's appropriate, then you want to move them up, right? Because there's greater interaction. So these are the small little things that sometimes you don't think through or don't think enough of, that actually contributes to the entire learning environment and therefore the learning style. Okay, and finally the VARK, which is VARK, stands for V is visual, A, oral, R, read or write, and then K, kinesthetic. Put up your hands if you are predominantly a V learner. Put up your hands. If you think you're a visual learner. Put up your hands if you're oral. Put up your hands if you are the read and write type. You need to see things before you can learn well. And put up your hands if you are kinesthetic learner, your preference. Put up your hands if you any style also can do. Depends on what it is. Yeah, it's dependent on that. But also research have found that the older you are, you tend to have less preference for any particular style. Because you have gone through so many different teachers and coaches and instructors using so many different styles that you learn to adapt and not be too specific or have a strong preference for one or the other. But for us in sports and in swimming, there must be a lot of kinesthetic because it is movement, it is physical activity. Right? So if we're just talking, then not going to be effective in the learning. Okay. So these are the things in your note, and I just sort of briefly tell you. You can read up some more. Yeah. So what is the learning style that suits you best? Everybody has got different, right? Like we said earlier, and maybe the senior folks will be okay with different styles. So knowing that, therefore, what style should we be choosing? We must choose variety because in our class, some are B, some are A, some are R, some are K. So it's best for us to use all combination. We say, we get them to see it, we get them to feel it, right? So everything, and maybe we have some videos that we use, is a technology or some cue cards and things like that. Yeah, so we use multiple so that we engage everybody effectively. Okay. Right, so this is how it looks like in terms of the connection. So I'm just gonna go into this one here. So just now I assigned, you decide for yourself what the age group is like, right? You decide for yourself and you set a skill level. But there are specific peculiarities to kids or students or learners of different age group. So 5 to 8, number 1, they enjoy vigorous activity but easily tired. Difficulty focusing on tasks, poor peripheral vision, needs uncomplicated games or activities, enjoys repetitive practice, simple skills. In terms of social and emotional maturity, variable attention span, want to enjoy what they're doing, need to have self-esteem and confidence and courage. Knowing this, therefore, of kids in this age group, what are the implications on our coaching? What do you think? Huh? Short and sharp, right? You want to give bite-sized information, so you don't want to download for 10 minutes straight and then they get confused. So they got short attention span, you give them short bite-sized sort of instruction. Go practice, come back, another bite-size, and then go. Right? What else? Knowing this?
Very clear.
Sorry?
Very clear.
Very clear, good. And therefore, if it means doing a demonstration to make yourself clear or clearer, then do the demo. What else?
Try not to make the task too difficult.
Okay? So it has to be simple.
You want it to
and
be
then,
enjoyable.
Yeah.
That's too difficult and they will just like quit and
very good.
easily because their confidence is not there.
Yes, yes, spot on. This one? This one? What does it mean for us? Feedback is one, constant encouragement. Right? Even if you are commending and praising them for their efforts, then do so, but go one better by also giving them specific feedback. Alright, so that's the 5 to 8. So if you are doing your practical, we give you a task to teach and also the age group, then we need to see you knowing this and applying what is necessary to engage them effectively. Alright? 9 to 10. Physical development, increase in recovery time after rigorous activity, greater coordination, adequate stretching therefore before activity, motor skills development, this will be it, repetition, beginning to develop spatial awareness, able to learn and apply safe techniques and so on, social emotional maturity, increased attention span, needs to accept and understand variation, growing confidence and acceptance by group. Implications for us, what would it be? Knowing this. What do you think?
Sufficient rest time.
Sufficient rest time, yeah. What else? Huh? Reinforcement. reinforcement, because they will grow in confidence if they are successful, and they are likely to be affected by whether the group accept them. So there's a need, therefore, for you to continually encourage and praise them, especially when they're doing it right, and help them get better. Okay, what else? Greater coordination. What does it mean for us? Yeah, so you can refine the techniques further with more complex sort of movement because they are better at their coordination. Okay, very good. What else? Stretching. Why is it important for this group? Particularly the girls. And it goes into the next age category as well. Why is there a need to stretch properly?
Cramps.
Huh? Cramps? Only the girls will get cramps.
The guys and the girls.
Growth spurt, and therefore tight muscles, right? Very stiff because the bones grow faster than the muscles, so they are a bit stiff. So therefore, stretching will help. Right? Again, if you are given this age group to deal with, then you need to be thinking through all this, and we need to see evidence of you understanding. Next one. Similarly here, therefore need that flexibility, right? Good hand-eye coordination to the point that you made earlier, Benson. The complexity can also increase. Yeah. This one, I'm going to apply speed, accuracy, space, proficient at previously learned skills, keen to learn new skills, implication on us as coaches.
More challenging tasks.
More challenging tasks. What else? They can judge speed, accuracy very better than. What else can you do? Huh?
Detailed instructions.
Say again?
Detailed instructions.
Detailed instructions. Because they can judge speed. Maybe if you want to do the tumble turn, you'll be better at it because they know the speed, they know the distance that they are going to be close to the wall. Yeah. So these are the things that you want to be thinking about, knowing that these are the particularities of physical development of the kids or the students. Right. So very willing to accept advice. So again, more feedback must be given, right? But especially specific feedback. Increase leadership role, decision making. Then you can start grouping them, get a good leader and all that, and make sure you don't put them down, you don't discourage them, because that's important for them at this age. Alright, again. Then finally 14 to 15. Sensitive, particularly this one, right? Very sensitive to physical appearance. So you have to be careful what language and what words you use. And especially for your female swimmers, right? Because they're seeing changes in their body, so they're very sensitive to that, and maybe there is a need to separate the boys and the girls, right? So you don't make them feel embarrassed or something like that. Okay. And continuation of skill practices. Start giving them some goals. This one is the same as previous, growing need for peer acceptance and so on. So positive encouragement will always be preferred, or will always be something we want to do throughout. Right? That one is something consistent, even from young age group all the way up, even adults. We all feel good when we get praise. Yeah. So continue the encouragement. Questions? So those are the questions that you asked, right? When it comes to your micro coaching, we will give you the technique, the skill, or what to teach. We'll give you the age group. Then you decide what style you want to use. And the ability level you decide as well. Okay, whether you want to assume that they are novice or they are higher level. Yeah, so like just now, what we practice, right? Yeah. Okay, breaststroke, teach this. The style you decide. You decide. Next part, scalability of training. So if you have read or gone through the online module, this should not be foreign to you, and the idea of zone or proximal development. Can anyone recall what is understood by that? ZPD, zone or proximal development. Everybody will be at a certain level of comfort, and you want to challenge them to a level that's slightly higher but still attainable. You don't want them to be given a task that's so difficult that it's impossible for them to achieve. Right? So you got to be realistic. That zone must be there, and with you coming in to provide that guidance and that scaffolding, they're able to reach it. Right? If you do something or you prescribe an activity that's not challenging, then what's going to happen? It's very easy, not challenging. What's going to happen? Lost interest, boring, right? And lose motivation. Okay? So that's why this idea or this concept is important. Okay? Alright, so in order to do that, to put that appropriate level of challenge, then you really need to understand them and their learning needs. Right? Okay? So this is what I've said just now, how we understand it. So everybody is at a certain level, you want to stretch them to the next higher level. With your guidance, they should be able to get there. So it has to be realistic. Okay? Yeah.
The technical point,
yeah.
The online Christian was wrong. This is what the notes give, but the online Christian, the multiple choice they give wrong.
They gave wrong? What is the wrong one?
I can't remember, but I remember he writes the slide, they got me wrong. The time I gave the wrong answer, they got me right.
Okay, there was, okay, that particular question, the original answer was wrong. So the first week, everyone who got it wrong, we actually credited the point at our back end. So if you don't have 100%, the quiz will reset. And then the second week, because we've changed the result, the answer to the correct one, and you put the wrong answer knowingly, then you have gotten it wrong anyway. So that was why there was that issue. Okay, so now it's correct. Now the correct answer is correct.
Alright. I mean, forgive us, we're rolling out the system for the first time, so there are slow minor tweaks and you guys are getting paid. So the feedback you have, please share it with us so we can improve things.
There are a few other places I can't remember
But it has, we are very precise about the answers and the options because we want you to read, and not try to game the system and not read and go straight into a quiz. Okay, so the point here therefore is we need to pitch the challenging or the activities at the level of that engages them and challenges them, but not too high. And we as coaches, as teachers, become the scaffolders to help them get there. Right? So in order to be the scaffolders, what are the things that we tell the students or the swimmers? What does it mean when we say we are the scaffolders? We give example, we give demonstration, we give feedback, and we give guidance, right, in order for them to achieve, okay, for effective learning, okay. So we give variety of instruction techniques to help them get better, get stronger, and more efficient in their stroke and so on. So in order to do that, we need to understand these stages of development. Where do we want our swimmers all eventually to be at? The autonomous stage. And how do we know that they are at the autonomous stage? Yeah, okay, self-teach, but also in terms of the action, the movement, the technique. When you say autonomous stage, what does it look like? Automatic. So what does automatic means? Very natural is one. What else? Go faster may not necessarily be an autonomous stage. They can go faster still with wrong technique.
Not much of correction needed.
Huh?
Not much of guidance or correction needed.
Not much guidance, okay, right? Because they've already gotten the technique and they don't have to think about it so much. It comes naturally to them because they're used to it. it comes naturally, it comes automatically, right? But everybody doesn't start from here, you start from here. That's where the cognitive stage is important. You give instructions, clear instructions, you give demonstration so that they understand, and as they understand, with lots and lots of practice, they then move from this stage to this stage and finally to the autonomous stage where they don't even think it's automatic, right? They can feel their movement, right, without having to look at their hands, without having to look at their feet and so on. Right? So our role is to bring them from here to there. Okay? So that's what we want to look at. Right? So this stage talks about how we then progress or put progression in our activities so that it starts with the lowest difficulty level and then we challenge them to a higher level. Right? So lowest difficulty level means no locomotion, no movement. Right? No object manipulation, stationary, fixed environment. So in that practice just now, in the activity where we had different groups come up here and teach, what were some examples that they put the difficulty level at the lowest? What were some of the examples that the coaches have
Blowing
given?
bubbles.
Sorry? Blowing bubbles? What did they do? Hold the wall. So are they moving? So stationary, right? No locomotion, stationary, fixed environment, so it's easy for them. So that's the lowest level. And as they get better, then you start having movement, you start having changing of environment. Yeah? Because realistically, they're not going to be on stationary, right? Eventually, they have to be moving, but you start off here, and then you get them here. Clear on that? So what do they need to get from here to here? Practice is one, but also guidance, feedback, and also our planning in terms of what activity we choose, and what's the next progression, what's the next progression. So when you think about progression, you think about, okay, what is easiest for them, and then slowly progress to what's harder. Right? It's a similar concept to this, closed and open skills. So closed skills take place in a constant, unchanging, stable and predictable environment, which is that stationary, hold against the wall, right? So that's stationary, that's what we call closed skills. Movement follow a set pattern and have a clear beginning and end. Right? So what you saw in the last few slides up to here is about us understanding the concept, what is easy, what is more challenging, and bringing them through with progression in the form of the activities that we choose for them, and then us giving feedback. Alright? So open skills is the most challenging one. So environment constantly changing, movements are adapted continually, skills are predominantly perceptual and externally based. Lots of words there, but essentially what does it mean in swimming when we say open? Give me an example of open skills in swimming.
Open water.
Why open water?
Because it's the sea and under the
So in the sea, then there is the tide, there are currents. So those are the environmental factors that are changing, and this person therefore needs to adapt to it. Yeah? So swimming in a pool considered closer to closed skills, right? Swimming in a small area and all that closed skills. As they get to more complex and ever-changing environment, like swimming in the open water, then it becomes open skills. Right? Okay. So again, from here to here, we need you to put in the right sort of activity and then progress. Right? So this is what we have done therefore. So we need to understand this concept, we need to know what are some examples, and be able to progress with. So typically when you have a group of students that come to you, where are they likely to be at? Are they all about the same, uniform level of experience and abilities? No, right? So if we are planning our session, where do we pitch? Where do we pitch it at? Lower. If we pitch lower, then the battle will be disinterested, right? Will find it boring. Pitch in the middle. So we challenge the top and challenge the bottom also. Agree? Now you pitch in the middle, you don't challenge the top, right? You might challenge the bottom, but you're not going to be challenging the top. So what must we do? Yeah, very good. You can split the class up. If you split the class up, that means that for a similar activity, you have levels of difficulty, right? And what is the style that we use where we have different levels of difficulty? Slanting rope is the what style? Inclusion. Yeah. So in your session plan, you can pitch it in the middle, but you must show us what is the progression and what's the regression. What's the activity that will be more challenging? What's the activity that will be less challenging? Right. So that we engage everybody based on their level and nobody gets bored, nobody finds it too challenging, right? And then out of the zone of optimal development. Okay. I'm using a lot of technical jargons here, but if you've done the reading, you will know what I mean. But the concepts are really simple. A beginner cannot afford to have complex sort of activities, so you scale it down, make it simple for them. Then you progress to more complex. And then you come in to scaffold, you come in to support and guide and give that feedback. Alright? So that feedback is the one that we need to understand. So just now we talked about what are the different kinds of feedback. Good, very good, brilliant, I love you, I love that. What is that kind of feedback? General what? I know general. Versus, oh that was lousy, that was terrible. So there's positive and negative general. Yeah? So what are the types of feedback that we should be giving? If we're giving general, it should be positive general, not negative general. Right? So even if that person does something that's not quite correct, do we say that's wrong? But it is wrong. Can do better. Then you have to follow it up with specific feedback on how they can do better. Right? Nobody likes to hear that's terrible, that's awful, you know, you're the worst student I've ever had. Nobody wants to hear that, right? So it has to be positive. Okay? Some of them will start crying and people will say all that, yeah? Okay? So we use this feedback to motivate them, for them to know what they're strong in and what they can do better. And of course, what else they can do on their own perhaps, so that they become better swimmers. Yeah? So feedback, we use this. And this is how feedback in coaching looks like, intrinsic and extrinsic. So the extrinsic one has got to do with knowledge of performance and knowledge of results. Okay? In terms of intrinsic feedback, I'm going to explain, yeah? So this is information received by learner directly. A result of producing movement to visual, proprioceptive, vestibular and auditory feedback. In the styles that we did just now, what would be the style that the learners would get intrinsic feedback? What style? Yeah, you need practice, but what style do you employ where the learners will get intrinsic feedback? Nobody is telling them. They figured out for themselves. The discovery family. Yeah? So this is when you throw them the activity, get them to explore, experiment, and discover for themselves. That's when they start thinking, okay, this one doesn't allow me to move very fast. Right? This one allows me to move faster. So they're getting that kind of intrinsic information and intrinsic feedback. Right? So that's the effect when you're using the discovery style. Extrinsic, on the other hand, is what you tell them. So you can give them external information from us or from stopwatch. If you're asking them to hold their breath, then how long can they hold their breath? So these are the things that they get extrinsically. right? Not from inside. So two categories, knowledge of performance and knowledge of results. So knowledge of performance is about information about quality of movement, techniques and performance provided verbally from the coach or visually via videos. Right? So this is what we talk about when we say we need to give specific feedback. Give general feedback, positive feedback, that's fine, but it has to be coupled or complemented by giving them specific feedback. Knowledge of results would be information about the outcome. You, in the 100-meter swim sprint, then this was your timing, right? Work on your technique a little bit more, cut down the timing, then again this becomes feedback to them. Okay. So which type of feedback do we use? Intrinsic, extrinsic, which ones? Combination, right? You must know what is the effect. Right? So again, just like the different styles, a combination will help. Just like understanding your learners, is it visual, auditory, reading, writing, kinesthetic? A combination is a way to read into it. So in terms of feedback, positive, negative, that's the general. Timing, that was something that Carol talked about. What should the timing be? How frequent? Intervals of? In between the training. Other thoughts? What's the frequency? How frequent should you give the feedback? Carol sort of mentioned it that day, yesterday. Immediately after the performance? Or after the training session? Huh? For which type of swimmers or learners? Weaker, beginners, then you want to give them immediate feedback. But for those who are very strong, you may not need to give immediate feedback. Right? You want them to think through first, ask questions, get them to figure out, and then you give the feedback later. Right? So the timing also depends. Frequency also. Precision must always be there, right? And that is by way of the specific feedback. That will give them the precision. Of course, there are levels of precision. The more precise will be for which group? The elite fellas. Then the less precise will be more general, will be for the lower age group. Right? They don't need to think about the angle, the precise movement. Okay? So again, when you are doing the micro coaching and we're assessing you the practical performance, we need to see all this based on what you tell us. If it's a novice and you give very super precise, then you say, doesn't quite make sense. Alright? Okay. So this is it. Positive and negative, we already talked about that. Timing, when do we provide ample time for them to respond and so on. Frequency, again, we talked about it. High at the beginning, for those who are slow learners or the not so strong ones, or the novice and the new fellas. Right? And finally, precision. Okay, how precise we want to be. Exactly like what I said. Questions? 10 to 15 minutes per question. Did you all hear that? The question? Right, so how long are you given? So you'll be given about 10 to 15 minutes to showcase your teaching or your coaching, right? You will make a judgment on that. So the next question related to that, Joseph asked, how many times do we have? How many opportunities do we have to go at being assessed? One.
The task that you are given one specific task, or are you expected to make a progression? For example, like electric to more efficient.
Okay, so you plan an hour of training, right? Your lesson is for 1 hour, but you only showcase to us 10-15 minutes worth of that 1 hour lesson. So So in your lesson session plan, we need to see that progression of activities.
The lesson plan itself was lower level school or higher to higher.
There must be some progression, depending on what is it that you put as your session objective. And then whatever level, whether it's novice or whatever. So we need to see that progression. We need to see a coherent piece of plan for that 1 hour. But just plug out 10-15 minutes worth of you and showcase to us. You can take the middle part, you can take the front part, you can take the back part. But then that's where you showcase your teaching. Alright. So in the practical, use that opportunity to practice your explanation and all that. There'll be some opportunities for you to do that. So don't miss out on those opportunities. If you're shy, don't every time shy and take a back seat. Don't want to step forward to try and practice that in the practical setting.
Lesson plan when we prepare ourselves for that 1 hour plan. Is there any specific template that you need us to do? Or give us a template and we put it on the
So we will share that with you. This one. So this template will be given to you. Right? We can give you the So here is the coach or trainer or the teacher, which is you. Organization can leave it blank. The objective is the objective for that session. What is it you are trying to teach? And then group size, depending on what group you have, then the age group is what we've given you. Venue depends on where is it that we're having this session at. Right, duration, and then the equipment that you require. Then the next box here is the participant prior knowledge. So this one we say we leave it to you, right? So you decide whether it's beginners or they already know this, they already know that. It's up to you to decide. Whatever you decide here, it must match what you're trying to teach, and also what the activities are here for which there will be progression. Right? So this will be in the planning there will be planning module, right? For this group. Most of you clear theory, so you already know that you need to identify what are the psychomotor objectives, the cognitive, and then the effective. So these are the things that we want to see in our session plan. And then these are the activities. What activities, and then how you're going to organize them. So you can include illustration to say, okay, this is the pool. Everybody is seated here, or everybody is sitting to the wall in straight lines or whatever. So you put it down in terms of organization, how many in the group, how many go at one time. So that's how you manage the group and organize the group. And then what are the teaching points or the teaching cues? Right? Is it the ice cream? Right? So those are the things that we want to see in terms of technique. Not one or long lines, but just the teaching cues. Because you're not going to be telling them long sentences, right? You're going to be giving them cues. Question? Yeah?
For those that are taking the 4 modules, so we do not take the 6 others, right? So is there anything that we need to take note of for the planning of the because we won't have all these planning. So it's only just a brief session planning and the other one that you give us. Is it all these 3, or is there anything that is related to the 6 other points that we are plan out? That we need the planning.
Shouldn't be anything that is not covered in others.
The format of us asking will be different, but it's already something you already covered in theory, it's already done very something.
The theory contents here are the same as if you're taking it separately. So it shouldn't be foreign to you because we're using the same text outline. Just making it swimming specific. That's all. Yeah. We want you to do this one because it's easier for us than
We will send it to you.
So that one is after you've conducted any session that you want you to reflect. So we leave it blank first until after you finish. You want to make it, you want to type right in. Okay. Other questions? If not, then you want to address it. Okay, a couple of things from Pandri.
Okay, I need 1 minute. I hope you enjoyed the session today. As we go out, I just need you guys your help for 2 things. Number 1, the chairs to the side here. Okay. Number 2, some of you, your name tags, your names are not what's on my list. Okay. We have been taking down names, not to pass or fail, but so that we can either give you more attention or we know you're already there. You're already starting to check. So please, it works both ways. If your name's not there and we'll count you as good, I cannot credit you that you are competent at something. Does that make sense? So please, as you walk out, write your name that you have for your name tag on the paper beside your name so we can match you to who you are. Okay? Thank you.
If what you're written doesn't match.
Yeah, it's like Matthew, I found out you're Matthew. Okay, for example, so we need to match who you are so that we can credit you or put in pointers to the other course partners that you may need to shut down. Okay? Thank you. Good night.